Um, and we are going to go to Temple Grounds here for the first game.
Okay, this will be interesting. Obviously, the slope floors could give Solaris some really good air superiority.
Yeah, we'll see.
Gives it a lot of room to work with.
Oh
sort of
yeah.
vertically. So.
And I just remembered that Magnet Alpha plays Springtron. That's also a character that we don't see a lot of, actually.
Not too much, no.
And especially in EU, like I'm not sure about all the players in NA. I know that there's Busta, but you know, in EU, I believe that Ryo and Magnet Alpha, or yeah, Magnet here is like the only Springtrons, at least in the dashboard range. So it's really cool to see.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there are any more. But yeah, they would be the two main guys I'd think of, probably for Tron in EU. There's a few people that are sort of part-time in maybe.
And
there's a couple of UK guys that play him.
Yeah, and here we see Solaris. I was just going to comment about that, using the Lockjaw, which, you know, has a lot of power to it, but those rushes are going to be way slow, and, you know, Magnet just stepping right out of that.
Yeah, tricky to land with the Slapamander as well. Like, neither of those you want to have as your primary confirming arm.
Yeah, that's actually true. The only way I could see that is just like, you know, if he puts Magnet in a corner, and then, you know, there he can kind of, you know, pressure him. But Magnet, he looked kind of solid in this round, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, well, Tron or Springman or anything with toasted tribal is just, it's like bread and butter loadout, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can take down anything that way. And it's a nice one for Coil as well, because tribal's notoriously very good at
and here we see
disable into a rush.
I was just going to say, like, this is the thing, like, when you don't play a Springtron in a long time, you do forget the timings of that EMP. You know, you can really punish that, but or you just, like, don't forget it, or like the Magnet just approaching with the dash parries there, like, several times in a row, just inching forward. So I think that's going to be his strength, like, moving forward, like Magnets, you know, like, people not actually playing versus Springtron, so you can use that against them.
Yeah, true. And it's sort of a similar situation with Coil. There aren't too many.
Yeah.
But that was a perfect example of what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And the mind games involved with the EMP.
Yeah. And the thing is,
it's a slept-on character, really. I'm surprised we don't see more of it.
Yeah, I think because another thing. I was going to say he was probably going to rush there in that moment, because now when he does use the AMP, there is like a window where you can rush when you're doing the EMP or just after the EMP, which is super strong, and you know, it's the only character that can do it. Oh wow, he hit that. That was
how that landed. I'm not sure.
Managed to take out the last the last pillars in the process and ends it just like that. Wow. That was...
Yeah, that EMP is being used to great effect. I think for the next one, Solaris needs to maybe take an extra half a second.
Yeah.
That was a few times he got really badly taken out by that, losing just one arm, leading to a grab or a charged tribal.
Yeah, that was some good stuff. Man, we should really do this more often. Like, that's the one thing I'm feeling going into this top 8 is just like, wow, all this like character diversity. Not saying that NA doesn't have character diversity, just saying that
no, but it's very, very stark here when you consider what as a top 8, Ribbon Girl, Bite and Bark, Springman and or Brass and or Tron, Ninjara and or Min and or whatever.
Yeah.
Kojo playing whatever he likes. Mummy, Coil, Tron.
Exactly.
It's a fantastic representation. The only thing I was gutted about is the fact that there was barely any Min at all in Europe, despite us having some of the better Min-Mins.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right. And
like Flashmead and Phallus.
Replicant, you know.
I wasn't gonna say it.
You're a good Min-Min. Okay. Going into this next one here, we see Mausoleum. So Magnet actually banned DNA Lab, and I believe that was I couldn't remember it, but he banned really 2 big stages, and then Solaris just instantly picked the mausoleum, and we know why, because you know this is a stage where the middle, if the middle of the stage breaks, then that's just going to be so much easier for Solaris to move around, and so much more difficult for Magnet.
Just the way he is now, you can just stay in the middle and sort of force Magnet around the outsides.
Yeah.
There's no arm changes for either player, so they're both happy with the way it was working out.
Yeah, and I think that the only issue, like, it's really good if the middle of the stage breaks here, so Magnet's, you know, mobility will, you know, significantly worsen, but just breaking that stage in itself is really difficult because, you know, both of these characters have their grabs are not really, like, nothing slamming into the ground. I think you have to, like, jump grab with Springtron, and I don't see that happening, you know?
No. Yeah, it's not looking like it's taking any damage at all, really, is it?
Oh.
So another disable there from Magnet.
Yeah,
he looks very comfortable playing around the outsides. He's like a very good defensive player.
Yeah, and that's kind of, it almost looked like it broke Solaris, because Solaris was kind of in control there for a long time, just keeping the pace, and then that one arm breaks, he gets rushed, uses his rush, and loses that one as well, so now it's just like, you know.
Yeah, it's a big momentum shift.
Yeah.
But it's very even, and there's no time left on the clock, so this could really go any way.
Yeah, it's still so close. Oh, and that grab was so close.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Solaris takes that one. That was nice. He looked a lot more solid there than on Temple.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is like the stage that he probably feels a lot more comfortable with. Unfortunate there for Magnet, just jumping in the last moment. You know, jumping is not the strongest place for, or in the air rather, is not the strongest place for a Springtron or Springman, but you know, sometimes it can be a really good mix-up.
Solaris again is sort of opening up here with some decent hits. That sort of double Slapamander that he's using it takes up a lot of screen real estate. It's very, very big.
Yeah, definitely free real estate. I think the headlock, like, I'm really happy that he's using the lockjaw, sorry, not headlock. Damn, I'm getting the lore wrong here.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's an interesting arm.
Yeah, and it's like, I was using it when I was trying out Coil some month back, and it's just like, if you can pull out the pressure, the rushes, they're just like, they're just magnificent.
Yeah, if you can land them. Yeah. I played it a little bit on brass over the last couple of weeks, and it's horrifying when it works.
Yeah, I can imagine that too. Yeah, this is the same kind of thing that we saw the last game. Just both players just kind of chipping away the damage very equally as well. No one really getting that big lead that Magnet had, at least last game. Ooh, nice 1-2 punch there from Solaris.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of putting a lot of pressure on Magnet. He's not giving him a second to think. There's something with that EMP.
Yeah.
Every time he's trying to punish out of EMP with that Slapamander, and it's just getting, every time it's just getting disabled.
Oh, we see almost the same situation here, but this time it goes to Magnet's favor. I think
yeah, that was nice.
If Solaris loses this next round, I think he's going to look back at this game and just like, why? Why didn't I play more against Springtron? Because Solaris has been doing so well in this tournament, and playing against this kind of not so utilized character can be his downfall.
Yeah, he's only losing these games by the damage that's being done to him when he's got his arm disabled. Yeah,
that's so, like, you know,
it's frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating. It's logical, and Magnet is playing the right way, you know, but it's still frustrating. Oh, he even gets the cancelled rush there.
That was clever from Magnet. He knew his shield was going to get broken, so he had to do something about it.
Yeah, now doing several EMPs in a row here, but that doesn't even matter. Magnet's just like, oh, well, you're not reacting to my EMPs, I'll just rush you anyways. Yeah, this is going to be difficult for Solaris, I think. He still has a rush coming up, so, you know, he can bring some of it back, but he hasn't been hitting a lot of rushes. Now he's just two
I don't think he's landed a single one.
Oh, and oh my god.
Another one goes.
Yeah.
Magnet's in control of this one. He's building his own rush now.
Yeah.
And he only needs a charged Tribolt to kill anyway.
Oh yeah, and he's gonna finish it with a grab as well. Wow.
Styling it out with a confirm off an uncharged toaster. Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so the French player moves on, and Solaris will have to kiss that well, a decent prize pool that we have. And we are going to move back up into the winners bracket here momentarily.